An exclusive company of 24 teams from all corners of our continent are lined up today to learn their fate in their current European campaigns. So let's do this. Welcome to Vienna and welcome to the EHF European League Men Group Phase draw. When I said this company is exclusive, I really meant it. Not only we have the defending champions Benfica Lisbon on the starting grid of the group phase, we also have 3 former Champions League winners, SG Flensburg Handewitt, Bidasoa Irun and Montpellier Handball. And we also have some other former European Cup winners like Füchse Berlin, Frischhaft Gompingen, Freiking Granollers, Sporting Lisbon or Stern Handball. While all these clubs will be eager to rekindle the glorious past this season, there is a plethora of other teams, a plethora of contenders who will try to make the 2022-23 season their breakthrough campaign. So the motivation can be different for all these clubs, but the main goal will be the same for all of them: to reach the EHF Finals Men, the final tournament in the end of May, and to experience something like Benfica, Magdeburg, Płock and Nexe did in the previous season. Something like this.
It's a chance for Weber! And that might well do it. Send it wide, Alexis Borges! And that will surely do it.
There is still a long journey to this spectacle in 2023, and there is no better person to welcome all these 24 teams at the starting point of their journey than the EHF president, Michael Wiederer, who will also be conducting the draw together with the EHF Chief Sports Officer, Markus Glaser. Michael, the floor is yours for your welcome speech.
Dear handball friends, heartily welcome to the draw for this group phase. It's a very interesting situation. It's the 30th year of the European Cups overall, and it's at the same time the last season seeing 24 teams in the group phase. We had 2 exciting qualification rounds, and I really appreciate the presence of these 24 teams which were either already pre-qualified or made it through the qualification rounds. Let's take the lots and let's see what kind of interesting groups we are going to have on the way to the finals.
Thank you, Mr. President. So now we are one step closer to the draw. The 24 teams are divided into 6 pots of 4, with the direct qualifiers in pots 1 to 3, and those teams which have come through qualification in pots 4 to 6. Sorry. Each group will comprise 1 team from each pot, but no 2 teams from the same country can play in the same group. As we have 3 teams from Spain, Portugal, Hungary and Germany each, and 2 teams from Denmark and France each, in order to ensure the country protection, then some teams may be allocated a place in a group. But Markus will tell you more on this when we reach that point. So let's have a closer look at the first pot. That one is easy. We have the defending champions SL Benfica, together with Stern, Płock, and 2018 EHF Cup champions Füchse Berlin. And I think we can start with the drawing.
Thank you very much, Vlado. Yes, we are ready, and we always try to make our life a bit easier. Therefore, we have the first 3 pots which we can do without any a special explanation. In the normal way, all the teams are from different countries, so pots 1, 2, and 3 we can do without any extra steps. And saying this, I'm sure we are ready. We have the teams in the blue balls. We take a team first and then check in the white balls in which group this team is going. This we will do 4 times. All right? So the first team for today, and we start in style with the defending champion, Sport Lisboa Benfica from Portugal, from Lisbon. And the group for Benfica is Group A. Next up, Füchse Berlin from Germany. Füchse take position 1 in Group D. Then we have Skjern Handball from Denmark. And Skjern goes to Group C. And the last team in pot 1 is Handball from Aix in the south of France. And the team of Book goes to Group B.
And now let's have a look at the pot 2. We have Granollers, who won the European League's forerunner, the EHF Cup back in 1995 and also 1996. The traditional Macedonian power from Bitola, Eurofarm Pelister, and then the champions of Switzerland, Kadeten Schaffhausen, and champions of Sweden, Ystad.
So, as mentioned before, no further explanation needed here. All 4 teams can go to all 4 groups, and we are ready. And the first team, Freikin Granollers from Spain. And the group for Granollers is Group C, where they will join the team of Skjern from Denmark. From Sweden, it's Ystad. Ystad goes to Group B and meets the French team of Book. So Ystad, row 2, Group B. Kadetten Schaffhausen from Switzerland. They go to Group A, so they go to the group of the defending champion from Benfica. And the remaining team, Eurofarm Pelis, they're from Bitala in North Macedonia. Bitala goes to Group D, where they will meet Füchse Berlin.
Third is done. Next up is spot 3, and there we have Balatonführer from Hungary, perennial Slovak champions Tatran Prešov, and 2 European League group phase debutants, HC Motor from Ukraine, also their champions, and Valur from Iceland, Reykjavik. Let's see where these teams will go to.
So the first team from pot 3 is Valur from Reykjavik in Iceland. Valur goes to Group B. Valur to Group B, they will meet Pok and Istots. Tatran Prešov from Slovakia. Tatran goes to Group A, so they will join Benfica and Kadetten. The team of HC Motor from Zaporozhye in the Ukraine. Of course, for given reasons, they cannot play their matches in Zaporozhye. They will play their home games in Aschaffenburg in Germany. And the team of Zaporozhye goes to Group D. Balatonführer from Hungary. Goes to Group C, which is the last open position, meeting Skjern and Granollers.
So 3 pots done. Up until now everything went smoothly, but we are approaching the part of the draw which requires a bit of extra work. Before I hand it over to Markus again to give you some technical explanation on how we proceed from here, let me just say a few words on the teams in pot 4. We have 2 former Champions League winners here. Bidaso Airun, who raised the most coveted trophy in the 2nd edition already in 1995. And Flensburg Handewitt, who triumphed in 2014. The 4th team is Sporting Lisbon, who are multiple winners of the EHF 3rd tier competitions, and who managed to oust a formidable opponent in the last qualification round, as they cut the European season short for Bjerringbro Silkeborg. So this is the time for Markus to provide you with a detailed explanation on how we proceed with this draw.
Okay, first of all, just a small apology and correction to what I just said myself. Zaporozhye is not going to play the matches in Aschaffenburg. They play them in Düsseldorf. Aschaffenburg is the venue for the Ukrainian national team. I mixed that up, okay? So Zaporozhye plays the home games in Düsseldorf. Now, we are ready for pot number 4, where a bit more of an explanation is needed. We have 2 German teams. And we already have a German team in one of the groups before, which is Füchse Berlin. Therefore, the teams of Göppingen and the team of Flensburg cannot go naturally to the group where Füchse Berlin already are, which is Group D. So we have the 2 teams in the pot with the teams, and we have the 3 available groups, which are Group A, Group B and Group C for Göppingen and Flensburg. So the first of the 2 teams from Germany in pot 4 is SG Flensburg-Handewitt. And the group for Flensburg is Group B. So Flensburg goes to Group B on position number 4. Then the other German team in pot 4 is Frischau Göppingen. Göppingen will go to Group A and join Benfica, Kadetten and Prešov. We have now the situation that we have 2 remaining teams in pot 4, which you can see on the screen is Bidasoa Irún from Spain and Sporting Clube de Portugal from Lisbon from Portugal. But at the same time, we still have a group open which has a Spanish team, which is Group C with Granollers. Therefore, we need to allocate those 2 teams. We cannot draw them because Bidasoa cannot go in Group C together with Granollers. Therefore, we must allocate Bidasoa to Group D on position 4. So Bidasoa goes to Group D on position 4, and the team of Sporting consequently takes the open remaining position in Group C on position 4. And this means we concluded the draw for pot number 4.
Yes, and we are moving on to the 5th pot now. And we have Nexe from Croatia. They are the last season's EHF finals participants who also had the chance to play in the magnificent Altice Arena in Lisbon, and they finished 4th there, and who managed to qualify even though they lost the first leg against Azoti by 6 goals. Then we have Skanderborg Aarhus, debutants, succeeded against the Scandinavian rivals from Kristianstad in the qualification. Another Spanish team, TM Benidorm, who succeeded against Amicitia Zürich, and the 2-time Champions League winners from Montpellier from the years 2003 and 2018, who were able to qualify at the expense of Sävehof from Sweden. Now we can start with the draw of pot 5.
In pot 5 again, we have the situation that we have teams that already have other teams from the same country before, so we have to take care of this. We start with a Spanish team in pot 5, which is Benidorm. From Spain, we already have the team of Granollers in Group C and the team of Bidasoa in Group D. Consequently, Benidorm cannot go to Group C and not to Group D. We therefore have only one team in the pot, which hopefully is Benidorm, and the two possible positions for Benidorm, which are Group A and Group B, and the draw will decide in which of the two groups they are going. So, TM Benidorm from Spain. Benidorm goes to Group B on position on position 5 in Group B. We are now doing the same step with the team of Montpellier, which also already has a team from before in Group B, which is Pau Handball. That means Montpellier will have 3 possible groups available, because Group B with Pau is already taken by Benidorm. So Montpellier can go in Group A, in Group C, or in Group D. And that's what we are going to get on the stage in a moment. And then we are ready to do the second step in in pot 5. And depending on the outcome of the Montpellier step, we will know how we continue afterwards with the 2 remaining teams of pot 5, which are then Nexe and Skanderborg. So, as mentioned, we do now the groups for Montpellier. We only have 3 possible positions. There is no Group B in the pot, so it will be for Montpellier either Group A, Group C, or Group D. So it's Montpellier Handball from France. Montpellier goes to Group A and joins Benfica, Cadetten, Tatan Prešov, and Göppingen. So we have 2 remaining teams in pot 5, which is Nexe from Croatia and Skanderborg from Aarhus. As you can see on the screen, of course, in Group C we have Skjern. So Skanderborg cannot go to Group C, and we therefore have to allocate the teams of Nexe and Skanderborg accordingly in order to avoid that Skanderborg joins Group C with Skjern. Consequently, we have to allocate Skanderborg to Group D on position 5. So Skanderborg goes to Group D and therefore avoids Skjern. And then Nexe, as a consequence, as the last team of pot 5, Nexe goes to Group C.
And the last pot is here. A few words on the participants in this pot. While Alplahard from Austria and Aguas Santas from Portugal are already proven teams in the European club competitions, we have 2 Hungarian newcomers who made a big splash already in their premiere. Veszprém and Budapest are actually the first European cities since the times of Skopje's Vardar which can boast two clubs in the EHF club competition's group phase. Fejerbal Veszprém are now ready to emulate in the European League the successes of Telekom from the Champions League. Already in the qualification they sprang a huge surprise when they eliminated favorites from Chambéry. While the brand of FTC has been represented in the EHF Champions League women for many years, we have the men's team of Ferencváros in any group phase only for the first time after they eliminated Steaua Bucuresti in the last qualification round. So, what's upon us, Markus, in the last spot?
We have to be a bit careful again in pot number 6 because of the teams that we have before. We have a newcomer from Portugal, Águas Santas Milanesa, actually from the northern part, from the Porto area. They are joining us on the group stage for the EHF European League for the first time. And of course, they need to be avoided for Group A, where there is Benfica, and for Group C, where there is Sporting. So there are only two positions available for Águas Santas, which are Group B and Group D. This is what we have in the white balls, and therefore we will now decide by the lot in which one they are going. So the team is Águas Santas Milanesa from Portugal. Águas Santas goes to Group D. Águas Santas occupies the last position in Group D. We are now continuing with the team from Hungary, which actually is also a newcomer. It's another team from Veszprém, better known, of course, by the Champions League team, Telekom Veszprém. This team is called Fejerbal Veszprém, and they qualified on Tuesday against Chambéry, actually. Now, we already have a team from Hungary, which is Balatonfüredi, in Group C. One group is already taken by Águas Santas. We therefore have only two positions available for the Hungarian teams, which is Fejerbal Veszprém and also Ferencváros, the men's team this time. Also here, of course, maybe a bit better know, until now at least, the women's team of Ferencváros. So we have Fejerbal Veszprém from Hungary and Ferencváros from Hungary, and we only have two positions available for them because both of them logically cannot go cannot go to Group C, where we have Balatonfüredi. That means in this step we will now decide to two groups for the two Hungarian teams. So the first one is Fejerbal Veszprém from Hungary. And Fejerbal Veszprém will go to Group A and take position number 6 in Group A. And the second Hungarian team in pot 6 is Ferencvárosi Torna Club FTC from Budapest. And the only position where they can go is Group B. So FTC goes to position number 6 in Group B. And that leaves us with a very easy step for team number 24. It's the Austrian team of Alblahard, all the way from Vorarlberg in the western part of Austria. They have only one position which is left for them, which is Group C, position number 6. So we are not doing the draw anymore for this, obviously, and we allocate hard to position number 6 in Group C. And by doing so, we have concluded the draw, and we have obviously managed to make sure that no teams from the same country are together for the stage of the group matches.
So this completes today's draw, and before we do a quick summary, allow me to thank both gentlemen for their work. Michael, it was a pleasure to have you with us today. Thank you very much, and also Markus for orchestrating and I would say safeguarding us through this sophisticated procedure. So thank you very much, and now shall we proceed to the summary of the draw? So in Group A, we have the defending champions, SL Benfica, then Kadeten Schaffhausen from Switzerland, Tatran Prešov from Slovakia, Frischau Göppingen from Germany, Montpellier Handball from France, and Feir BAL Veszprém from Hungary. In Group B, POC and Ball from France, Istats EHF from Sweden, Valur from Iceland, SG Flensburg Handewitt from Germany, TM Benidorm from Spain, and representing Hungary, Ferencváros from Budapest. In Group C, the Danish team Stjern Handball, together with the Spanish side Freikin BM Granollers, Hungarian team Balaton Füredi KSE, the Portuguese side Sporting CP Arcainexe from Croatia, and Alpla HC Hard from Austria. And the last group, Group D, we have Füchse Berlin from Germany, HC Eurofarm Pelister from North Macedonia, HC Motor representing Ukraine, Bidasoa Irun from Spain, Skanderborg Aarhus from Denmark, and Aguas Santas Milanesa from Portugal. The European League group phase will again be played only on Tuesday, and the first round is coming as soon as 25th of October. However, in the upcoming days, our colleagues from the competition department and EHF marketing will diligently work on the playing schedule, and we will announce the playing schedule only in the upcoming days. So stay close, stay in touch, follow our digital channels, download our app, and make sure that you don't miss the start of the European League men's group phase. That would be it for today. Many thanks for being with us, and have a nice day.